Hello, advanced English learners, and welcome back to Learn English Podcast Pro. I'm John, and it's great to be with you again.
And I'm Sarah. We're diving into a topic today that I know is on many of your minds: how to achieve true English fluency through real-life conversations.
Exactly, Sarah. We've talked about grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation, but today we're focusing on the art of conversation, moving beyond textbook English to sounding genuinely natural.
Nods audibly. It's that jump from I can understand to I can confidently participate. And let's be honest, it's where many advanced learners still feel a bit stuck, isn't it?
Absolutely. They have the vocabulary, they understand complex grammar, but the flow, the idioms, the natural rhythm, that's the elusive part. So today, we want to break that down. Sarah, what's the first step for someone looking to master advanced English conversation?
My top tip is this: actively listen for filler words and natural pauses. Think about it, John. When we speak naturally, we don't always use perfectly structured sentences, do we?
No, we certainly don't. We use you know, like, I mean. These might seem insignificant, but they're crucial for sounding authentic.
Advanced learners often try to avoid them, thinking they're mistakes. But actually, they're part of the flow. Start noticing how native speakers use them in podcasts, TV shows, or even in our own conversation right now. Then, try incorporating them subtly into your own speech. It makes a huge difference.
That's brilliant advice. It's about accepting the imperfections that make speech sound perfect. What's next, Sarah? What about expanding beyond basic responses?
My next tip is to learn and use common conversation connectors and transition phrases. These are those little phrases that link ideas smoothly. Things like, on the other hand, having said that, furthermore, however, to elaborate, or that reminds me.
Ah, yes. These are incredibly powerful for making your arguments sound cohesive and your speech more sophisticated, instead of jumping from one point to another abruptly.
Exactly. Imagine discussing a complex topic. Instead of just listing points, you can say, initially, I thought X. However, upon reflection, Y seems more plausible. Or, that's a great point, John, and to add to that, I think, it shows critical thinking and linguistic agility.
Fantastic. So, integrating filler words and mastering connectors. My tip for advanced learners is to embrace storytelling in everyday conversation.
Ooh, tell me more, John.
Well, instead of just answering a question with a yes or no, or a very short sentence, try to expand. If someone asks, "How was your weekend?" instead of "It was good," you could say, "It was actually quite relaxing. For example, on Saturday, I went hiking in the mountains and I saw the most incredible sunset."
I see. You're not just conveying information, you're painting a picture. This makes the conversation much more engaging and memorable.
Precisely. It allows you to use more descriptive vocabulary, practice different tenses, and keep the listener hooked. And it's a very natural part of how native speakers interact. We love a good story, even a short one.
That's a wonderful tip. It pushes you out of your comfort zone in a very creative way. My next suggestion is to engage in active listening and follow-up questions.
This is often overlooked, isn't it? Many learners focus so much on what they want to say that they forget to truly listen.
Nods. Exactly. True advanced conversation isn't just about speaking well, it's about being a good conversation partner. When someone tells you something, don't just wait for your turn. Ask a follow-up question. Oh, really? What happened next? Or, that's interesting. Could you elaborate on that?
And that shows genuine interest, which encourages the other person to share more, creating a much richer interaction. It's a two-way street.
Absolutely. And it gives you more think time, too, if you're feeling a little pressured to respond quickly. A quick, relevant question can buy you a few extra seconds to formulate your next thought.
That's very clever. Okay, my final tip for advanced learners aiming for fluency in 2025 is to regularly practice paraphrasing and summarizing.
I like that. How would they do that in a practical sense?
Well, After you read an article or listen to a short news segment, try to explain it out loud in your own words, not just repeating sentences, but rephrasing the ideas. Or, in a conversation, if someone explains something complex, try to summarize their point back to them. So, if I understand correctly, you're saying that X leads to Y?
That's a fantastic way to check your comprehension and practice your output at the same time. It proves you've truly understood the nuance, not just the individual words.
Exactly. It also helps you condense information, which is a key skill in advanced communication, whether you're in a social setting or a professional one.
Brilliant. So, to recap for our advanced learners aiming for fluency in 2025, actively listen for and subtly use filler words and natural pauses. Master common conversation connectors and transition phrases. Embrace storytelling in your everyday conversation. Engage in active listening and ask thoughtful follow-up questions. Regularly practice paraphrasing and summarizing.
These are not just tips for learning English. These are tips for mastering communication in English. And that's the real goal, isn't it? To communicate effectively and naturally.
Absolutely, John. And remember, fluency isn't about speaking without an accent or never making a mistake. It's about being able to express yourself clearly, confidently, and naturally, connecting with others.
And we believe wholeheartedly that you can achieve that in 2025 or even sooner with consistent practice and these focused strategies. Thank you so much for joining us today on Learn English Podcast Pro.
If you found these tips helpful, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and let us know in the comments which tip you're going to try first.
We love hearing from our community. Until next time, keep practicing, keep learning, and keep having those fantastic real English conversations.
Bye for now.
Take care, everyone.